Welcome back to the OSM channel. I want to make a quick informal video for my fellow viewers that manufacture their own maple syrup. Topic of today's video is how to prevent these spiles from deforming. Now, this is my second year manufacturing homemade maple syrup. First year I did this, I purchased used spiles, used aluminum buckets, which is 100% fine. I actually bought more used aluminum buckets this year, but you got to stay away from the galvanized stuff. Galvanized taps, buckets, evaporator pan, stay away from the galvanized because that will leach lead into your product. So the first year I did this, I drilled my holes and I made the mistake of hammering on these taps with a hammer, steel hammer, and I hammered on most of these aluminum taps too hard and too fast. And this is what happens when you do that. You deform these taps. The thing is, if you don't hammer these far enough into the tree, then you'll find that sap leaks in between the tap and the tree, and then you're losing product. So I learned that they actually manufacture Spile drivers. Furthermore, this year I decided to replace all my aluminum taps because a lot of them are kind of deformed now with these CDL stainless steel taps. Only thing about these, wall thickness is very thin, so you got to be very careful about driving these into the tree. So if you buy these stainless steel taps, you want to buy a Spile driver. I believe they are cast iron, and they're fairly inexpensive. I think they're like 15 bucks. But if you're cheap like me and you have a lot of time on your hands and you're going crazy in the house all winter long, you can make your own Spile driver. So I made this one out of a piece of firewood, and the idea behind this is as we hammer on this block, this year I'm going to use a rubber mallet, but as we hammer on this block, it distributes that blow along the whole surface of the spile. So in theory, this should prevent this spile, this tap, from deforming like what happened with these aluminum ones. So I want to talk about how I made this spile block. Started out with a piece of oak firewood, had been seasoning for about 2.5 years, so nice and dry, probably 10% moisture content. I took a hole saw and I removed the centering bit. To prevent that hole saw from walking, I used a washer. Now I learned very quickly, these are my first 2 attempts, that firewood has no strength when you drill perpendicular to the grain. You know, that's why axe handles and tool handles, all those handles go parallel with the grain. So strikeout number 1, strikeout number 2, and then I finally figured it out, you know what, I gotta go parallel to the grain. So I drilled my hole going this way, and then I just started carving this out. The main tool I used to carve this Spile driver out was actually this oscillating tool. My father-in-law bought this for me maybe 6 months ago, and I love this tool so much. There's so many things you can do. Cut steel, copper, wood. It's just so versatile. Excellent for little carving operations like this. So this did about 95% of the work. After I got the rough shape as to where I wanted it, you know, because this is not 90 degrees right here, you know, because if you look at the spile, it's a bit obtuse, right? More than 90 degrees. Of course, you have this surface here too to account for the actual spout. And then, as opposed to, you know, just having a striking surface right here, I decided I wanted to distribute the blow along the spout as well. So I started carving in here with my Dremel. Now with my Dremel, I used these 2 round bits. One's larger, one's smaller. I just came in here, and then, you know, this took me probably 45 minutes to get this to where I wanted, but, you know, I'd line this up, check it, get in here with a pencil, mark out an area where I needed to remove a little bit more material. But I am just really happy with how this came out. Also, on the butt of this block, I actually flared this out a little bit to give me a little bit larger striking area when I hammer on this with the mallet. But yeah, final thing I did, just sanded it down with a palm sander, a piece of sandpaper, and that's pretty cool. Kind of represents the whole hobby right there.